Oh, hello everyone. Welcome on board the Sketchcan caravan,
where you can learn to draw a Stegosaurus.
This big plant-eating dinosaur moved very slowly, walking on 4 legs. It was as big as a bus, but had a very small head. It's best known for the 2 rows of plates along its back and a small cluster of spikes on the end of its tail. Let's start by drawing its body. It looks like a lying down oval, but the underside of the Stegosaurus's tummy is quite flat. We'll call this the baseline. So starting in the middle of your page, draw a flat baseline and then start to curve up and around the oval, around the other end, until you're back where you started. We're going to draw the neck and the head together as one piece. It looks like a long lying down triangle with a curvy end. So starting about here, start to draw a slope down. Then curve around the dinosaur's nose and then travel back towards the body and stop at the end of the baseline. You can add a little line at the front for a mouth and a dot for the eye. The tail is very similar to the neck and the head, but it's longer and it slopes down to the ground. So starting in the same place, but on the back of the dinosaur, slope down all the way to the ground, curve just a tiny bit at the bottom and start to slope back up to join the other end of the baseline. Now we can think about the Stegosaurus's legs. They have 4 big legs, 2 at the back and 2 at the front. They have an upper and a lower part of their legs. The upper part is quite round, like a standing up oval, and the bottom part is like a standing up rectangle. We can see the upper part on this side of the dinosaur, but not on the other side. So let's start with the back leg. Find the point where the bottom of the tail meets the baseline, then draw down until you're at the same level as your tail. Draw across the bottom of the rectangle and back up to join the baseline. And then you can draw the top part of the leg, which goes up inside the body, curves over the top, back round to join the other side of the leg. Now the next leg along on the body is on the other side of the Stegosaurus, so we can see the bottom part but not the top. So just in front of that back leg, we're going to draw another standing up rectangle, but this one will be slightly shorter. Because this leg is further away, it looks smaller, even though it's not. Draw down, across the bottom of the foot, and back up to the tummy. The other leg that's on the far side of the body starts just here, where the neck joins the body. Try and make it the same size as the one you just did. Draw down, across the bottom, and back up to the baseline. The last leg is the same as the first one we did, so we can see the top part. The only difference is the front one is slightly shorter than the back one. Draw down to the same level as the other one, across the bottom, back up to the tummy, and then curve up and over the top part of the leg and back to the baseline. Then you can draw 3 little semicircles at the bottom of each leg. These are Steggy's toenails. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now for the really important bit, those big plates on Stegosaurus's back. They're an interesting shape. They look a bit like a diamond that's been chopped off at the bottom. Let's start with the biggest one in the middle. The easiest way to do it is to draw a straight line up and out slightly, then stop. Then you need to imagine you're drawing the top part of a triangle by sloping up to a point and out to a point, and then back in to the dinosaur's back. It's a little bit tricky, but gets easier with practice, so let's have another go. So starting a little way along the dinosaur's back, we're going to try again, but this time we have to do it a little bit smaller. Draw up and out, slope into a point, slope out to a point, and back into the dinosaur's back. Let's have another go, but this time we have to be even smaller. So starting about here, draw up and out, slope into a point, out to a point, and back into the dinosaur's back. Oh, but this time I've reached the tail. And one more, I think, even smaller. Draw up and out, slope into a point, out to a point, and back into the dinosaur's tail. And you can do the same thing going from the middle plate towards the dinosaur's head. This time I'm going to do it the other way round. So starting about here, draw up and out, slope into a point, slope out to a point, and back into the dinosaur's back. Travel along a little way and make a smaller one. Draw up and out, slope into a point and out to a point, and back into the dinosaur's neck. Oh, I've reached the neck now. And one more really small one. Draw up and out, slope into a point, out to a point, and back into the dinosaur's neck. There. I wonder how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's another row of plates behind these ones, but we can't see the whole thing. So the easiest way to show there's another row is to do a little point in between each one. So starting about halfway along the triangle side, slope up to a point and back in to meet the one next door. Let's try that one over here. It should be a little bit smaller than the ones that we see at the front because they're a bit further away, just like the legs. You can join them all up like that. And the last thing to do are the spikes on the tail. And they had 2 spikes on one side and 2 spikes on the other. You can use long, thin triangles for these.
I think I'm going to go and eat some trees now. Bye-bye.